Yes.
So
Yes,
the
sir.
next type of sums we are going to study, right, next question, everyone. So observe very carefully, there is inclined surface. So the angle of the inclined surface is 37 degrees. Okay. So this is what slight small difference in the sums, like little difficulty. So like what you studied in yesterday's class, till yesterday's class is just direct simple sums. So this is like just little twisting will be there. So there is a mass of object which is sliding or stays kept at in this sliding, which is mass is how much? Everybody, 2 kg. And there is a force which is actually, now if you notice it, applied force direction in this direction. Am I right or not, all of you? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Applied force direction will be in this.
Yes.
There is a force already applying in the opposite direction of motion. So that is what I am giving. F is equals to 4 newtons. How many newtons, all of you? F is equals to 4 newtons. Understanding? I'm not giving that it is a
Four.
frictional force or limiting force and all. So this is the things I have given it. Now we have to find it. We have to find frictional force. It is not the frictional force. You keep it in mind. So frictional force is something. There is another force which is pulling, like pulling opposite to the motion. If the body is trying to move like this, something is force which is acting backward. Do you understand, everybody? All of you? So find frictional force. That is the first thing. And the second one is as well as find the acceleration of the body. So two things we have to do it. So frictional force in the sense of first you should find it. Our duty is either the body is in motion or in rest. Am I right or wrong? All of you? Yes,
Yes, sir.
please. So if it is bodies, so this is the question, you have to redraw the diagram. So if I redraw the diagram, we all people knows that 37 degrees, it is 37 degrees. So the mass is 2 kg and x-axis, that is force is acting. How much it is, everybody? Yes, please. First you write it weight. Weight is equals to 2g and there is a normal reaction. And if it is a normal reaction, we all knows that x-axis. So which is acting x-axis, what will happen? 2g sine 37 and perpendicularly y-axis it will happen what? 2g
Cos 37.
cos 37. You should tell me that this is not the first time you are studying. We have studied many things related to this. So that's all it is. Now, so if you want to know first, if you want to find the acceleration or whatever it is, first you need to know either it is motion or rest. Am I right or wrong, everybody? So how to prove it? Yesterday's class also we have done either it is motion or rest. How we can prove? By finding the what? Limiting friction. Am I right or wrong, all of you? So limiting friction in the sense of, we all knows that n is equals to 2g cos 37. So that limiting friction is equals to mu value. So I have not given mu value correct. Let me give that. So mu s is equals to 0.4 and mu k is equals to 0.3. Is it okay, all of you? Clear? Aswita, anything doubt you can ask me. So mu s is value is 0.4 into normal. Normal is how much, guys? 2g cos 37. So we all people knows 37 tabular column. Can you tell me what is the 37 tabular column? 37 in the sense of here what will come? 3 or 4? Udreswa, Pradosh. So here 4 and here 3 and here 5. So that is what. So here what will happen? 2g sine 37. 2 into 10 into sine 37 value how much, guys? Sine 37. 3 by. Yes, please. 3 by 5.
3 by
5
5.
ones are 5 twos are.
3 by
Also 2 twos are 4. 4 threes are how much? 4 threes are 12. Clear, everybody? Yes. And now if you notice
Yes, sir.
it, so F limiting is equals to 0.4 into 2 into 10 into, what is the cos 37 value? Cos 37
4
value.
by 5.
Yes, please respond. Right? Cos 37
4 by
value
5.
is 4 by 5. So 5 ones are 5 twos are. So 2 twos are 4. 4 fours are how much it is value? How much it will come? First you can multiply. 4 twos are 8.
2.4.
It turns into, no. 4 twos are 8. It will turn 0.8. So 4 twos are 8 it will. So how much it is the value? 6.4 newtons. Am I right or wrong, all of you? Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
what is
sir.
the limiting friction, everyone? Limiting friction is 6.4 newtons. Now, let me draw the free body diagram of this one. So if I draw the FBD, all of you observe very carefully. So this side applying force is how much, guys? F applied is how much? 12. Understanding? Already some force is given in the backward direction, which is equals to 4 newtons. Then
4
what is the resultant force? Resultant force is equals to how much? 12 minus 4, which is equals to how many newtons?
8
All of you. 8 newtons. Understanding? So body is moving with 8 newtons. And what is the frictional force limiting friction? FL is equals to how much, guys? 6.4 newtons.
Newtons.
See that applied force. F applied is 8 newtons. F applied is 12 newtons or 8 newtons or now? F applied.
8.
F applied is 8 newtons. So F applied is greater than F limiting. So that body is in said to be in motion or a state of rest. All of you.
Motion.
State of in motion means in the sense of body is having what friction? Kinetic friction or static friction? Everybody.
Kinetic.
Kinetic
Friction.
friction. Everyone should involve in the class. Only 2 or 3 not. You try to involve. You have to say. So what is the kinetic friction formula? Fk is equals to what? Mu k into
Mu k into n.
Mu k value 0.3. N value is how much? 2z cos 37. So it is equals to 0.3 into 2 into g value 10. Cos 37 value how much ra? 4 by 5. 5 ones are
4 by 5.
Which is equals to 0.6 into 2 8. How much is the answer? 4.8.
8 newtons.
So what is the static? What is the kinetic friction value? Everybody, 4.8
4.8.
newtons. Understanding? So that is what it is. So if I take the object, the force exerting applied force is 8, and what is the kinetic friction? Kinetic friction is how much, guys? 4.8.
4.8.
So that
8.
F net is equals to M into A. So F net is how much, guys? 8 minus 4.8.
8 minus 4.8.
Mass is equals to how much, guys? Mass is equals to 2 into A. So from that I can find what? Acceleration. Can I find it or not? 8 minus 4.8 divided by 2. That is what the acceleration. Everybody clear? All of you? Yes?
Yes, sir.
That is what. So you have to be very attentive when you are solving the question. Any step, if you find any doubt, please kindly let me know. But you have to be very particular when you are solving. Every sum is in a queue. So yesterday's class, if you watch only today's class, it will be easy to understand. So till yesterday's class, we never seen like that. Some other force is acting opposite direction already. Am I right or wrong, everybody? Yes.
Sure.
So that is what. So that is what I said as little different sums it is. Clear, everybody? Shall you understand? Mani and
Yes,
Samya?
sir.
Yeah, anything doubt, please let me know. Mr. Murali, are you solving or not? How are you now? Are you fine? Everything fine? Mr. Murali, I'm asking you only.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Focus on work. Is it completed? Everybody clear? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Complete,
Yes.
sir.
So if it is completed, the next question, the angle of inclination is 60 degrees and there is a body called as 6 kg body. How much body? 6 kg. So the coefficients mu s is equals to 0.6, mu k is equals to 0.4. And we want to calculate what is this F. Before case, F is equals to how much they have given? F is equals to 4. Do you all understand, all of you? So how much it is? That is what we have to make it. So calculate the F for block is stationary. Calculate the F. Calculate the F for what purpose, guys? Block must be in. Yes, please respond. Stationary. So block must be stationary in the sense of what? F applied. F applied is equals to what? All of yesterday we studied. F applied is equals to.
Static.
Yeah, static friction. Am I right or wrong, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. That is what you have to
Yes.
remember that. Okay. So you should remember. So calculate the F when block is stationary. Second one, calculate the F when move downward. Move downward with constant velocity. Velocity should not change. So constant velocity means somebody is 0. Can you tell me? Everybody.
Acceleration.
Acceleration is 0. You understand, brothers? So constant velocity, very, very important. If you solve this concept, in this question, most of the concept will be clear. So that is why be well focused. Any doubt, small doubt also, please ask me. Asida, can you able to understand, Asida? I send you yesterday a video. You have a watch? Unless you watch, you cannot be. Next, third one, third subdivision. Move upward. Move what, everybody? Move upward with acceleration is equals to 4 meter per second square. So these are the three things. So every time you have to find the F. Shall we start now, everyone? Are you ready? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, first,
Yes.
let me take now. Body is in stationary. So body is in stationary means immediately we have to find something. Immediately, anybody can tell me first you should say either it is a stationary or not. We have to know that by calculating something. Anybody can tell what is that? Yes, please. We have to
F
find
limiting.
whether the body is in kinetic friction or static friction. How to
F
find
limiting.
it? Yes. Please
F
respond.
limiting.
Yeah, F limiting. So this will become 6 cos 6, 6g cos 60, and that axis in y direction, sorry, x direction. This will become what? 6g
6G sin 60.
and there is a normal reaction which is acting, and there is a force which is acting F. So along with that force, some other force is also acting backward direction. What is that, guys? This is applied force, some other force, so we don't know. So there is a force along the tangent to the along the surface. What is that force, everybody? F? F what?
Limiting.
F limiting. Am I right or wrong? Everybody clear? Yes, please.
Yes.
So that is what.
Yes, sir.
We can find the values. We all people know 6. So this value, how much? Let me find applied force. This is what F applied. So F applied, how much it is? Find it, everybody. 6 into 10 into sin 60 value. Sin 60, root 3 by 2.
Root
so
3 by 2.
2 5s are. So which is equals to
30 root 3.
30 into root 3. So 30 into root 3 value 1.713. Am I right? So if you multiply it, how much it will come? Check it, everybody. You will get around 51.2 Newton, 51.9 Newtons. Approximately is equals to 52 Newtons. Verify it, everybody. Am I right or not? Yes.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Yeah. So that is what. So next you can verify F limiting. So you see, calculations day by day you should improve. My calculation improve or not doesn't matter, because I am not going to write JEE or I am not going to write NEET. But a student calculation should improve. That is what I can say. My duty is to teach you the concept clearly. Your duty is to spend the time for numerical, make your practice hundreds of times, more than like 1000% more practice, so that you can solve very faster in the exam. That is what is necessary for crack NEET or as well as JEE. So you cannot depend on like calculations every day has to go up, so that we have to find the limiting friction as it is in first it is in a stationary, so that FL equals to how much, guys? All of you. FL is equals to mu s into n. So mu s is equals to, I have given 0.6. N value how much, Ra? N is equals to what? 6g. Respond.
30.
Cos 60. So which is equals to 6g
30.
cos 60. So how much is the value? 0.6 into 6 into 10 into cos 60 value. Fastly.
1 by 2.
So the tabular column learn. Why you people are still not learn? Only see one Rudreswar is saying, nobody is saying. What brothers don't know values? So 2 ones are 2 5s are. So which is equals to 6 5s are 30, 36 are the 81, 18. Totally how many newtons will come? All of you. 18 newtons.
18 Newton.
Okay. So that is what you should remember. So now you can equate it. If I draw the FBD, so all of you check it in x-axis. So what is happening? Two forces. FL is equals to 18 newtons and another force is acting. That is what we should find it. F. Am I right or wrong, guys? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
How much? 52 newtons. So means when the body is stationary, this is equals to this. Am I right or wrong? All of you?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Please respond. That is what. So means in the sense of F plus F limiting is equals to 52. Am I right? So F plus F limiting is 18 newtons, which is equals to 52 newtons. So F is equals to how much, guys? 52 plus
34.
18
31.
equals to, sorry, 52 minus 18.
Minus
52 minus 18. Minus 18, which is equals to how much, guys?
34.
34 newtons.
34
So
Newton.
that if I apply the backside force 34 newtons, then the body is said to be in what? Stationary. Everybody clear? Do you all understand, all of you? As the applied force is 52 Newton, so that to balance it, to make the body stationary, along with the limiting friction, I should apply how much force, guys? I have to apply
34.
34 Newtons. Understand, all of you? Clear? Please respond. Next one. That is what?
Yes, sir.
Second question. What is the second question? The body moving what direction?
Downward direction.
Moving what direction? Body moves in
Downward direction.
downward direction, but something is happening. What is that, everybody? Constant velocity. So constant velocity means acceleration is what? Fastly.
0.
0. That is, you should remember that, so that you can notice it. Again, I'm drawing the diagram. So what is the angle? 60 degrees. Now see that their body is moving downward direction. Means in the sense of we are having F limiting or kinetic friction or static friction or what friction or limiting friction? Fastly. It is
Kinetic
moving,
friction.
Ra.
Kinetic
It is moving.
Then-
So means in the sense of there is no more limiting friction. So what friction is there, Mr. Narayan? It will be a kinetic friction. Right, Aswita, understand? Clear? That is what. So it is a kinetic friction. So kinetic friction means what is the formula? Fk is equals to uk into n, which is equals to uk value 0.4. So n value how much, Ra? We all knows that. N value is equals to 6g cos 60. Okay, everybody? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
3 into cos 60, which is equals to 0.4 into 6 into 10 into cos 60 value how much? 1 by 2. So 10 into 4, 4. 10 into 0.4, 4, 6 are 20, 24. So 24, 1 will come cancel. So Fk is equals to how many newtons? Fastly.
12.
12 newtons.
12 Newton.
So how many newtons? 12 newtons. So as we all know that acceleration is equals to 0, as it is what? All of you. Constant
Velocity.
constant velocity. So means in the sense of a body has to travel with Fk is equals to how much, guys? It has to move.
12 newtons.
It has to move, but acceleration is what? It has to move, but acceleration is what? Everybody.
0.
12 newtons.
Yes, please. Acceleration is 0. So means in the sense of kinetic friction is equals to 10. And what is the external force? External, how much should apply? It has to be balanced so that the body should move. So what is that, everybody? External force is equals to how much?
40.
Yes, please. External force is
40 Newton.
40. Understand, Rudreswar? This is not limiting friction. What friction it is? It is not a limiting friction. What friction it is? It is kinetic friction.
Kinetic
So
friction.
that both the sides, observe very carefully, both the body is balanced rate, but both the sides applied force is same. That is the meaning of it. Clear, everybody? This side applied force is equal to this side, but still the body is in motion because it is a kinetic friction. Everybody clear? Please respond, guys. That is what. But
Yes.
still you have to apply what? External force is 40 newtons, so that the applied force is equal to how much, guys? 52 newtons. So still the body is in motion, but there is no change in velocity. So that acceleration is equals to what? Everybody?
0.
Acceleration is equals to 0. Understand, Laksha? Surely this question very, very important.
Yes.
Everybody clear, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes.
That is what. Now, next question is very important. So be very careful. So we have to be very careful. Now the third question is body moving what? Everybody find F if the block goes what direction?
Upward
Block
direction.
the upward direction. So upward direction with what acceleration, everybody? What
4
acceleration?
meter per second square.
Yes. So
Four.
body is moving upward direction means what about the frictional force, Mr. Rudreswar, Mr. Sai Karthi? Frictional force is acting what direction? Because frictional force is always opposite to the relative motion. Now
Downward
Downward direction.
direction. Motion is upward direction. So that frictional force is acting in what direction, everybody?
Downward direction.
Downward direction.
Downward.
So how much it is? It is in motion. So what is the frictional force? Already we calculated, which is equals to how much?
12 Newton.
How much,
12
Ra?
newtons.
12 Newton. Do you all
12 Newton.
understand how this 12 came? Everybody, before case we calculated or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. But before case, object is moving downward, so that frictional force, motion in that is what we can say kinetic friction is 12 newtons in upward direction, backward. Now the motion is upward direction, so that kinetic friction is acting in what direction? Downward direction. So which is equal to how much, Ra?
12
Yes.
Newton.
12 newtons. So that's all we can find it. So kinetic friction is equals to what is the formula? Mu k into
K into N.
n. So that's all now. So 0.4 into, so n value how much? Already again same thing will come. So n
6G cos.
equals to 6g cos 60. So already we have solved this value. How much will get?
12
Just
Newton.
solve. Fk is equals to how much, Ra?
12 Newton.
That is the same
12
12
Newton.
I have written already before case itself. Am I right, everybody? But before case
Yes,
it is acting in this direction, and now in this case it is acting this direction. Because before case it is a downward, so that Fk is upward. Now in this case body is moving upward, so that Fk is what? Downwards. Am I clear, everybody? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that's all it is. Now you can notice it. So as we all knows that, you can draw the FBD diagram. So FBD means what? Free body. So as we know, acceleration in this direction. So that what is the force applied? Everybody. So F and downward, it is acting two forces. Already one force is acting. So what is that force actually? Applied force is how much? Applied force is how much, Ra?
52 Newton.
52 newtons. And what is the
52
frictional force? Kinetic friction is equals to how many newtons?
12 Newton.
Fastly.
12 Newton.
Is equals to this F. Am I right or wrong? All of you?
Yes.
Yes. We have to find that F. Am I right? Everybody? That's all. As
sir.
the acceleration is this
Yes,
side,
sir.
which is positive. This is positive or these two are positive? F is positive. So F minus 52 plus 12, which is equals to 6 into A. So now acceleration, we all people know acceleration given in the question. What is the value of acceleration? 2
4.
sorry. Acceleration given in the question is how much, guys?
4.
4.
Sir.
Everybody clear? So 4, and this one will turns into F minus 64, which is equals to 24. Now F is equals to 6 fours are how much, Ra? 24 plus 64 will come this side. So that what is the F applied? Everybody, sorry, F
88.
force.
88 Newton.
F is not applied force. What is that force actually? It is called as, everybody?
External force.
External force. Understand, brothers? The same question how to solve? Stationary. Stationary means you should solve it as a what, guys? Stationary means you should solve the limiting friction. And if it is motion means motion downwards, you all be very careful. Limiting friction is not existed. Kinetic friction is existed. And going upward also, no limiting friction. Only kinetic friction is existed. But going downwards, kinetic friction is in upwards. If the body goes upwards, kinetic friction will be in what direction, everybody? Kinetic friction will be in? Yes, please respond.
Downward.
Downward direction. Understand, all of you? Clear, everybody? Yes. So this is one of the most
sir.
important sums, how to solve when the friction, types of friction in inclined surfaces. Understand, Aswita, Mani and Samya? Please respond, Monish. Then how to solve is very, very important. See that block is in stationary. If you close the book, nothing will be understanding. You have to solve. Unless you practice, you people cannot experience it in exam also. Is it clear, everybody? All of you?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that is what you have to follow. So this is what about this concept. Any other doubt, anybody can ask me. Please. Are you clear, everybody? Otherwise, we'll go to the next concept.
Yes,
So
sir.
we almost, we are having time. So shall we proceed now, everybody? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So you can notice it. The next concept is the most important one. So anybody having any doubt, Mr. Sai Karthik, understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next. One minute. Okay. Now, the next concept is the most important one and the tricky one. I'll try to simplify as simple as possible, but try to be well focused. So just I'll give the steps alone. You might be not understand the steps, but that if you solve the numerical, 100% you will be very clear. So definitely we will be very clear by tomorrow's class. So what is the next concept, everybody? That is what we used to call as block on block diagrams. So very basic thing what we studied already. I'll make you the revision and then we'll go with that. Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now if you observe very carefully, so we all knows that there is a surface. So I'm just drawing first itself. There is a surface. You ought to be very, very clear. And I have been placed an object, so which is above on it. So first one. So this is the object one having a mass m1. What is the mass m1, everybody? Yes, please, m1 mass. So we all people knows that this object will exert the force on this one. And this also will exert the force on this one. That is what normal reaction we can take. We have already studied before classes. Am I right, everybody? All of
Yes,
you?
sir.
Yeah. Same way, forget about this surface. I am taking one object is another object. So then there is a definitely force is exerting on between these also. Then let me take this is m2 and this is m1. So if I take the normal reaction which is exerted by m2 on m1 is downwards means normal reaction which is exerted by M1 on M2 is upward direction. Am I right, everybody? We have done or not? Sums, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, just I am recalling this one.
Yes.
Now I am going to introduce this block on block, the friction concept. So all of you remember when I place the block over one block over the another block. Okay, so let me take properly diagram so that it will be very easy. So observe very clearly, or small doubt also please ask me. So this is the block one. So let me take, this is the block one, and I will place another block. So first let me draw the first surface. So this is the surface and the first block. Any doubt, anybody? I'll give the color also. So this is the first block and first surface, and the next one, second block over the first block. Second block over the first block. Any problem for anybody? Understanding? Yes? All of
Yes,
you?
sir.
So now if you have noticed it, all of you observe very carefully. So let me take mass of this body is M2 and mass of this body is M1. And here also the friction will be present. Am I right or wrong? Everybody clear? So if it is friction means here the coefficient is equals to coefficient U2, I will take it. And here the coefficient is equals to U1, mu1, and this is what everybody? Mu2. Is it okay, all of you? Yes. Now
Sir.
I am applying the force, some F force on the M1 object. F force on the M1 object. I may be apply very small force, like it is extremely small, or slowly I may increase always. So always you should remember here there is totally two frictions are acting. So the friction between the surface and the object one, and the second one is first object and the second object. Am I right, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is what you should remember. So if you notice it, the friction between first surface and the second surface, sorry, first surface and the first one object, here also friction will be existed, and first surface, first object and second object also friction is existed. And we all knows that friction definition. What is the friction definition, everybody? Friction always opposes what? All of you. Friction always oppose. Please respond. Oppose
Direction.
relative motion. Am I right or wrong? We have studied or
Yes,
not
sir.
many times.
Yes,
Relative
sir.
motion. Now, so in this block on block, what they will ask you basically in JEE and as well as NEET, the question is find a maximum force. Okay, find a maximum force where the two blocks will go together. Understand, Prados, what I'm saying? Where both the blocks will go together. Because, for example, I'll ask Mr. Rohit to apply some force and drag M1. Suppose if I apply extremely high force, I don't know, then definitely you can see if there is a forward direction here, then the frictional force here also will exert in the backward direction. Am I right or wrong, everybody? F limiting.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
right?
Yes.
So that this block may fall backward direction. Am I right, all of you? And if I apply, so that this block will fall backward direction, or if I apply a certain force so that there is no motion in the M2, if I create like a frictionless surface, only M1 will move, as M1 will continuously move away from that, so that M2 will directly fall on the same position in the surface. Am I right? We have studied or not, all of you? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Or else if I apply the force, certain amount of force, suppose I ask some other boy, apply the force in such a way that both the blocks should move together. Means in the sense of acceleration of the first block is A means, then acceleration of the second block is also how much? All of you? A. Okay. So in such a way, we have to find what is the maximum force I can apply so that both the blocks will go what? Everybody? Both the blocks will go as what? Together. Okay.
Same.
So that is what is our target. So now let us see. For that, I will give you the steps so that you all can understand. Now let me observe very carefully. So all of you observe that now the normal reaction which is exerted, of course, see only this surface. Now if you notice it, what is the weight of this object? M2G. Am I right or wrong, all of you? Yes, please. M2,
Sir.
M2G. So that the normal reaction which is acting upward direction, what is that? Let me take N2. Is it okay, brothers? So that what will turns? N2 is equals to what, everybody? N2 is equals to
M2.
M2. Now, the first block, see that first block is not exerting force on the surface because first block, second block is also present. So that down the weight of the object means what will happen? Weight is equals to both M1 plus M2 into G. Am I right or wrong, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because both together are present. So that the normal reaction which is acting on this one is N1, both surfaces. So that what is N1 is equals to, fastly, N1 is equals to all of you, M1
M1
plus
plus M2.
M2 into
M1 plus
G.
M2G.
You all understand, everybody? Clear, all of you? M2
Yes.
is only
Yes, sir.
attaching with the first surface, sorry, the first object. But here the surface and the first object, both bodies are exerting weight on this. Am I right or wrong? All of you understand or not? Yes?
Sir.
Please respond. That is what. So you can
Sir.
take it as this one.